edition of Clc Conversations, where we intend to go beyond the classroom, listening from experts from the field of different professions, ex-students of our very own college, and we intend to learn from the actual experiences of professionals from varied fields. Today on the show, we have a very special guest. We have with us today Mrs. Raya Chatterjee Singh, who is our chief guest today. Mrs. Raya Chatterjee is the Executive Director of Chatterjee Group, and she has completed her MBA from our very own NSS Knowledge Campus, Kolkata. She's been a gold medalist in the MBA in 2017-18 batch and has also been a state topper. She's a marketing enthusiast and has been involved in different sectors as a business developer. Her dream is to create empowerment opportunities for deserving people in the state and inspiring women to pursue their dreams. Without further ado, let us introduce our guest for the day, Mrs. Raya Chatterjee Singh. Mrs. Singh, welcome on the show. It's wonderful to have you. What is your first feeling when you come to a platform like this? You've obviously been part of NSS Knowledge Campus, Kolkata. You get an opportunity to interact with the students of this generation, the incumbent students. So, how do you feel?
It's great. It's great to be back. The other day I came to collect some documents and my esteemed professors, they had asked me, do something with new students, etc. So I visited the classroom, brought back all the memories and everything. And as you asked, how does it feel to be right here? I remember I was the CR, used to play in the class, bring students here to attend these lectures. It's so overwhelming seeing all of you here. I don't know whether I'll be able to give a lecture or something. I will try to answer your questions. It's just great. It's very overwhelming, and I can't really believe, everything is happening. It started from, I think, that the first medal that I got when I came first for the first time in the university, and then the first semester, second, third, fourth. It wasn't until the end of the fourth semester that we got to know that I was in fact the state topper. In fact, it was much later. We got to know in December something, November, December something, that I was about to get the medal from the Chief Minister and Governor, Mr. Dhanka at that time. So yeah, it's just great. It's very surprising and everything, and I don't feel that I'll be able to give you some insights or whatever, but I can surely share what I have experienced back there.
This is what this platform is all about. It's about sharing experiences. And coming on the point of CR, being a CR myself, I can understand some sort of a pain of bringing down students, unwilling students, that is, to such beautiful lectures like that. So, coming to from where it all began, could you take us through your academic journey before you probably came to NSS Knowledge Campus? I mean, what were your interests? Could you kindly take us?
There's a small story that I would like to say. I was reading the thing that you all made, the introduction about me.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I saw, I was here today. I thought I was here to share an inspiring story. So let me just share one story.
Sure.
It was right before our selections for class 12. I burned the half of my face. I was cooking. I really loved cooking. So I burned the half of my face, left half. And it was painful, being a girl and everything. The entire, utensil of oil, it was splashed in my face. By mistake, obviously, it was an accident. So I was heartbroken, this and that. So the minute the doctor came and he said, we have to immediately take her to the hospital, we have to operate on her, etc. I was in pain, excruciating pain, of course. And I told the doctor, but I am not completed with my income expenditure account. I need to finish that. I have my exams 3 days later. He was like, you cannot sit for the exam and stuff. So I was rushed to the hospital, this and that. I came back. So the next day I fainted looking at my face because when I saw the mirror in the morning, this eye was like this. I couldn't see my eye. Swollen. Yeah. So my dad, my mom were like, you're not supposed to, sit for your exam or whatever because the doctor said septic ho jayega, stuff like that. But I was adamant I was not ready to waste 1 year of my life. I used to go to give my exam. I used to put a shawl around me, hide my face, sit in the sick room, used to write my paper. I remember the teachers used to come and they used to tell me, is the paper okay? Do you need any help? I'm like, no, I will manage. I have studied. I came third in that examination in my school, my selections. And so I got like a lot of recognition and all that, willpower and everything. It was not willpower or whatever. It was just that fear that I'm going to lose 1 year of my life. So from then started that organic love that I have for studying. Oh my God. So before that, I never realized, that I have to study and get good marks or whatever. So that thing that shook me, and I have been getting a rank ever since then. Then I went to St. Xavier's, Kolkata. I was the first class third year as well in my marketing specialization. And after that, I I wrote a project. It was on CSR about certain Indian companies, which was published in a famous magazine, and that magazine got recognition from the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. I still have that letter, and so in that letter, it was written, "You all make India proud. You should make India proud, even etc. etc. and ways." So I never really wanted to stay here for my MBA. To be very honest, candid, as you wanted me to be. So I sat for my GMAT. I got through London School of Economics, London Business School, Warwick University, and State Business School. That's Oxford University. I was about to go. 21 to 22 days before, my father fell sick, and he's like, "Whatever you have to do it from here, from Kolkata. So you choose whatever college, whatever, because if you don't, I have to shut down certain verticals of the group because I am not able to carry on whatever on my shoulders because I have not been feeling well, not physically, mentally, got exhausted because everything he used to do on his own. So I tried this and that and that. Then he told me something very meaningful. He said, "You can go to wherever place, you can get a good life and all that. But if I shut down these verticals, these many people are going to lose jobs. You are going to affect these many livelihoods adversely. So do you want to really do that? Also, we will be in tension, and if you go, what will we do? I'm the only child." So then I took a call whether to be happy in my life or whether to be
look at the bigger picture.
Look at the bigger picture, and not taking away their jobs and put my father and mother in a position where I can look after them, also do my MBA and that. That's when I decided that I will be here in India. I will be here in Kolkata, near my office, near my home, and that's when it started.
Absolutely wonderful. One of the points I garnered from your story as of yet is you denying to play down as a victim probably of circumstances. It's very common that, oh, I've met an accident. I don't want to give the examinations. I'm not in a correct state of mind. I just don't want to do it. You do not want to be an element for sympathy. You just don't want to be there. That is really inspiring right from the word go. So thank you for sharing that. Were you a very studious child right from the beginning? You obviously shed some light on that before, just some while
back. I was. It was me and my mother at home. So I really did not have, siblings to play with or whatever. So for me, studying was very, as I said, it was very organic. So my mother used to, so the only thing I hated was, being the vernacular subject. So my mother used to, read it so many times. I used to be so upset, I used to be so exhausted with it. I used to say, "Give me, I'm only studying." I used to continuously harp on it. And she made me who I am today, kind of. And I remember in the earlier years when I was in class 1, 2, 3, 4, I used to not read like I used to. One thing is that if I read something once, I don't generally forget.
So it's a photograph.
Yeah. So my mother used to be like, "You have these many chapters for your unit test or half yearly or whatever. Just write down whatever you've learned. Just write down the whole book." So I used to write down everything with commas and full stops and everything, and my mother used to say, "Why have you mixed up these lines? Do you think you're Shakespeare? So the entire like, flat books, thin books, I used to write on the entire book, and then my mother used to be really happy. Okay, now you know. Now you've studied. Otherwise, if I say that 3 chapters are there, see 3 chapters are there, each chapter contains these many pages, what will you do? What if something comes from? So it was very much like that. It was not very frightening for me that I have to go study, sit down for this thing. Also, as you, my coordinator was Rajkumar sir and Shamik sir. Shamik sir is probably not here now. So when I was here, I used to do everything: dance, fashion show. I think for 2 years I was here, and Republic Days and Independence Days and teachers and whatnot. I have hosted everything. I have taken part in everything from fashion show to dance to singing, whatnot, recitation and everything. So Shamik sir told me before the first semester, Raya, people who walk in the ramp show, they get 1-2 arrears for sure in the faculty room. And I was like very tense. I called up Rajkumar sir saying, sir, this is what really happens. And Rajkumar sir was like, sometimes it does, but it won't happen with you. So I'm like, I used to do everything. I have to sit down to study for. I never had any tutors. From my college life, I did not have any tutors. So I never attended private coaching and all that. So I was doing everything. I was traveling. I was going around with my friends and taking part in colleges and events. As I said this year, what responsibilities are there. And I was there in the stage doing everything. So I was not, the studying thing never, mattered like that. I have to sit and study for 4 hours, oh my god. So that never came to me.
Right, absolutely. Obviously, you grew up in a business environment, obviously, being part of a family business. Was maybe getting into the business something which was there in your mind right from the beginning, or circumstances shaped you?
No. It was never in my mind. I always used to tell my father, I'm not going to look after my business, and he used to tell me, who's going to do that, who's going to do that. So I never wanted to, but then certain critical was such that I kind of had to, but question arises, if I was not this able, if I wasn't a gold medalist, if I wasn't something, maybe I don't know whether I deserve it or not, product of nepotism. That is the question that still arises. But I often considered working for some time and then getting into it. But 5 years, 6 years down the line, I think I have gathered enough experience. It was not there in my mind from the beginning, but later on I have kind of understood that why do you work? Is it solely for the money? Is it solely for the status? Is it solely to show off that I work in this company and this position? No, it's for the peace of the mind. Abraham Maslow's theory. So the self-actualization. And then okay, in the office my daughter is there. If something, whatever happens, she's there. Yeah, so that I never thought, but it happened, and I'm quite happy about it.
Absolutely. So obviously you said your intentions were not to stay probably in India for your postgraduate studies, but when you first came into this college, what was the first thing or the first memory rather you have? Not a obviously it's not something ancient.
No, not ancient, but yeah, 4 years. The first memory I had was of the classes that happened even before the course started.
I see.
Yeah, there were preparatory classes, Rajkumar sir used to take those. So we were asked to, make PPTs on Bollywood films and everything. It was very much fun, exciting. So that's the first memory. And this lab, the classes, these corridors, everything.
Something shouldn't change.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, you just mentioned being a CR, obviously, indulge in all sorts of activities for the good reasons in this college. Maybe some highlights from your college life, apart from maybe general academics.
Yeah. I think we won one of the fests in the fashion show, and I was dancing in all the events. You know, our farewells were like grand occasions, and I remember I used to host all the Independence Day and Republic Day functions, and the founder, Mr. Sasrani, he also praised me once. I was very happy and elated back then. That, yeah, those are the memories. I really don't remember about the grades and everything. People, talk about it and then it comes true, but otherwise the memories. We used to sit here, sir was telling us to sit in the aisle. We used to do that. I even have pictures. We were here always.
Absolutely. Probably chairs are not meant to be sat on. Colleges probably become canvases for some reflections. Never mind. So moving on, obviously you are part of your family business now. You probably have been working for over 6 years now.
Yeah, 5 years.
5 years now. How have you seen your own company or your family business grow? But before that, how about you introduce about your strategy group? What is it doing?
See, they do a lot of things. Like strategy group, it does a lot of things. I particularly look after some verticals, not all. The verticals that I look after, I joined in 2018, but not properly because I was doing my MBA. My MBA, I completed it in 2019. Yeah. So from 2019, I have been like going to the office every day, 8-9 hours every day. No, but the first year, 19, 20, and the next year, I had doubled it up. So that was the highlight. The verticals that I look after, it actually doubled. Little more than double. So my father was very like, see, this is why I put you. It is because of me that you have, doubled it, whatever. So after that, it has seen growth. I would like. In fact, during the pandemic, we were the only distribution company who were functional, and there were other, all India distributors would come to me seeking, references and stuff, how they can also do it. Help them later on, but yeah.
Absolutely. What are the primary verticals you look after? Let's approach a bit more technical questions, maybe because certain MBA students will say.
Alright. See, my father solely sees the construction part, the government construction part, and it is a little difficult for me to, agree on certain terms in that vertical, so I don't look after it. I kind of look after a little on the private constructions that we're doing, and we look after the distribution, statewide distribution of sanitary tiles, electricals, electronics, paints, everything. And we are also looking after co-producing, co-manufacturing, service in Gujarat, and a little more things, hospitality and everything. We're there. We're there everywhere.
I see. So let's go back to your childhood again, or maybe your student life per se. Growing up, who or rather what? Let's keep it. Who was your role model while growing up in any particular field of your interest? We'll come to your hobbies later on.
See, there was no role model as such. I find this is a very cliche question.
Absolutely,
and, this was asked to me before also in various things, and they asked this in Miss India contest also. But I'd never had a role model kind of a thing. But I adore and I respect my father so much, I tell you. It is beyond words. My father and my mother, how my mother have raised me single-handedly, and my father, how much he supported me in everything. Even now, after it's going to be 1 year of my marriage, like 2 days later. And even then, even today, they'll ask me whether I had 2 liters of water or not, this or that. So this is it's my father and mother were, and in fact, I shouldn't be ashamed or shy or whatever you want to call it. Now, my husband, he also plays a really vital role in my life. In fact, the gold medalist thing, he always tells me, I'm the one because of whom you got it. I'm like, how? Because my mother used to not take my lessons then, no? So my boyfriend used to, at that time boyfriend used to. So I used to call him up and used to give him, these are the answers, these are the points you have to see. like my husband, so he always tells me, I'm the one because of whom you know, got it.
Yeah, I see some people taking notes.
Yeah, so revise with your examples.
Yeah, people like you to
No,
take
he
up
was
notes
a
in certain
really,
technical sections.
he was a really good listener. He would tell me, you know, this answer is not done. He is also Iranian. So this is not done. You have to, you know, prepare it again. You have to add these points. So that he used to do. Yeah. These three people are there.
So, what is your primary objective? Let's come to maybe your corporate world. I mean, you obviously work in different verticals, so your objective has to be varied. But if you have to sum all of that up, maybe one or two objectives which you want to achieve, maybe through your corporate world, what would that be?
That would be creating more employment. This is why I was telling you, we are spreading our wings, we are, you know, acquiring more things so that we can put people. Because see, CSR as you call it, or being at a position where you can help people is there. So people come, people ask for certain kind of help, and we are there always for them. So what I always tell my father and my mother is like, we should not help them like blatantly, not knowing what they're doing with the money or whatever they're doing. If we can create employment, they can actually provide for themselves. So my mother is a housewife, right? She is active director in the company, but she's actually primarily a housewife. So I told her we are actually working towards it that if she can also start, you know, production line. So she can, the people that she's helping now with just money, she can help them by giving them employment. You know, if they can earn, they have discipline, they'll know what to do with the money. Like if I give you 1 lakh whenever you want it, it's not going to have any value.
Right.
But if you know that you're going to earn 20,000, 25,000, 10,000, whatever per month, you're going to make do with it. You're going to have to save it if you want to do anything big in your life. Right? That's what we all do. That's what we are applying for a job. We know what's going to be our salary. So we will have, you know, plan accordingly. So in the grassroots level also, I'm trying to imply that. How much difference is it?
Absolutely. What are your other hobbies? I mean, you obviously touched upon the fact that you were pretty much everywhere in college. I can relate. So, what were your hobbies?
See, I love cooking. And cooking is not now because I'm married. Again, I don't cook now. You started cooking when I was in class 7 or 8. So, I used to make, you know, sweets during the pujas and everything. So I can cook everything. Everything. I can cook. So I really love to cook because that doesn't, you know, take a lot of physical activity.
Detox.
Yeah, I can't, if I'm not good with sports, and I can't run, I can't do this, I can't. Even in my school, there's this thing where people used to, like all the students have to, you know, participate in a race, and if you're chosen, then you can, you know, whatever.
Alright.
So the teacher used to tell me, you don't have to try only. You just said, so I am very good at sports and drawing and things like that. I can cook, and recently I started traveling with my friends. So that also gives me peace. That I can try. If I get, you know, a few days, if I can take out, I travel, I cook. That's it.
Do you read books? I mean,
Yeah, I
with
used
every
to.
author.
I used to read a lot of books. I used to read novels.
Fiction.
Fiction, correct. So my husband is a non-believer of fiction, and he is into all these learning, like effective, 7 effective habits and terrorism, soul, monk, this and that. So he reads all that and, you know, pursues me. So that I also read all the books, all the books and everything in my study corner. So I try to now because my preferences have kind of changed.
Right.
So yeah, kind of I try to enjoy them.
Opposite foods to attract.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah, totally.
It's just right up. So, moving on. Towards the end of your college life, obviously, when you started achieving these laurels for the academic field, how did it affect your mental well-being? Did you stay stable?
No.
Or was it you caught, you know,
This is a
extra wings?
this is a super question. question that you have asked. See, achieving the first rank, in the first semester, was kind of easy because I didn't think I could achieve it. So when I did, I was happy. So after I started, if I can retain that rank, which is the most difficult because I remember when I got the first, the first semester only. When I came to know, people were like, "Oh, she's come from a good college. She has got, good marks in her GMAT and math and all that." That's why. Because first semester generally subjects are very common with your bachelor's. So I had to prove them no. I really studied. Yeah, it's a fresh start, and I really studied. I really delivered. So it was not because I had already learned something from before. Second semester it happened. Third semester when it happened, some people they said, "Oh, we are hearing news that you are not the person who's actually, come first. There's somebody from BBIT. There's somebody from some other college." Whose side is it? So you know that you are, like moving around with your college after suddenly next year you come to college and might not be here. There may be some case. So from my college I knew that I was the teachers. The other universities we were not, like the other colleges we were not sure. So finally when I got to know, so people are there. Some people are there. There are no this person from this college. Yeah. So they kind of say it was very difficult. The mental that you state that you were talking about, it was not stable at all. It was continuously for 2 years. It was like whether I've achieved it or not, and if I have, can I retain it? Because see, coming first in your own college and that is there. That is also a very
it's an achievement.
It's an achievement, but in all the colleges, about 250 colleges or something in the entire state, getting it from the chief minister or the governor, that's some other level.
Again, coming back to the industry, some questions related to the industry. What do you feel, obviously, since your
Saying this because I am a marketing manager. I am seeing right now, even in the banks, who are poor finance students who are like their job is to probably perform financial whatever. They are also being given targets. Yeah, sales targets.
sales?
Yeah, they are also being given targets. There's these many accounts you have to open by the end of this month. So you have to sell yourself in the industry. People say there are no opportunities here, but I kind of feel that the deserving people they find opportunities. There are ample opportunities. If you open the apps, the job portals, you are going to get, there are vacancies. So if somebody doesn't get through, you are not in the position to ridicule the system.
Probably it's you.
Yeah, it's probably. May not be, but probably it can be. Yeah, because even in our office, we look for people and people come for the interviews, and sometimes it happens we don't like even one of them. It happens. It's not because we don't want to give out a job, but there is no vacancy. Because I know there are. Yeah, there are. Suppose I want 3 people right now for something. Well, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever people come. Sometimes I don't like any. Sometimes, from reference and all that, 2, 3 people come and I like them all. So that I put them in whatever I can. So one thing I do if I, get, so there are friends of my father's who are in other businesses as well. So sometimes if I see potential in somebody, but she or she would not be helpful in our business, so I pass along the CV. That I have done many times. So there are opportunities. You got to look for the opportunities in the places where you can find it. Lately, like you're in video second year, right? If you write to Google, I want to work with you from next week. So maybe you will get it, but may not. But then you should, understand why not.
Right.
That is it. You should look for opportunities that you deserve.
Absolutely. Coming back to your course which you pursued in this college, can you take us through, in a nutshell, about the MBA course here at this college? Because we have certain students incumbent MBA guy. So they would love to hear it from you. What was your experience of the course?
It was like, see, placement I did not want, so I won't be able to.
What about it? It's only about you.
So the only focus that I had was studies. And I would recommend for the time being, if you also keep that as your primary focus, the jobs and all that will come to you automatically. I used to attend all the lectures, all the classes, all the subjects, everything. I never even bunked once. I remember in my one of the years, I got jaundice on that. So I called the professors that I cannot come to college for days and all that. Yeah. So I remember there was Nilanjana ma'am. Yeah. There's Rajkumar sir. They used to call me. Sorry, I can't attend the classes. I will come to tomorrow, day after, whatever. Nilanjana ma'am, one day called me and she said, I'm asking you whether you're starving or not, whether you're well, whether you've eaten. Because jaundice and all that, you're supposed to have these kind of fruits and everything. So the teachers are like your family. You will know, I think. Like your family, they are there for you. See, I have passed out in 2019. So even now, I'm in good terms with all the teachers. So, but they don't care obviously who's done what done, because there are so many students, each year and everything. But if you connect with them, they are going to. And one thing about the studies, the PPTs and all that you generally see in the classes, even after besides all those also, besides beyond the classrooms, they used to teach us, if you are interested, they are always helping. And not only in the exams and all that, in your life, how to sit for the interviews, what to say, what not to say, what to do in your corporate job once you land the job. Because cracking the interview is one step, and then the life starts. Yeah, because when you are in the interview, probably they'll ask you how much marks you've gotten, whatever, completed. Once you're working, nobody's going to ask you whether you're the gold medalist, or you came first, you came second, you got a earlier in your first.
Can you close the deal?
Yeah, can you close the deal? Can you do the work for me? So they will help you, guide you through all that.
Alright, we can sort of open this session as well. I mean, it's only been sort of a table tennis match as of now. We also have our MBA students over here, if they might want to ask certain questions. Any questions that can be as candid as maybe why this color of saree?
No,
probably.
No, I don't have an answer.
No, probably. Alright, we respect every choice of our guest here. Any questions, anyone? Yes, please.
I'd like to ask, how do you manage risk in business? Because you're in both
Risks.
Risk uncertainties in the business.
That's the question.
Uncertainty.
Okay, that because it's uncertain, obviously, I don't plan to manage it once it comes. Then only. You write na risk taker and this thing in your CV, risk taker and crisis manager. You write na, so that once you look after your own business, see the liabilities they are under. So that you have to be ready for. That whatever comes there, I have to continue this, because it's not only about you. It's not only about you losing a job. There are many liabilities that are depending on you. So if you take a wrong call, many things are going to get affected, and it will be a wrong call. So a little bit of contribution that I have to a few families, I try to maintain.
Thank you for the question. Anyone else? Any question related to the topic of our discussion?
Ma'am, give some suggestion about corporate work life.
About corporate work life. See, I have worked for a certain period of time with ITC too. So I can tell you, as I was telling him, right, your marks and your this thing. See, attendance, as we call it in college or school, you all maybe think it's important or it's not. It prepares you for the job. The chief teachers used to tell us. In the CV also, sometimes people mention the percentage, the attendance, their attendance percentage, because it shows whether how much you respect the institution that you're in. If you do not come for the classes or come for a lecture or whatever, later on you might not go for a this thing in your job also, for a session in your job also. That look good on you, for your future prospects. No. So the corporate life is very much like your normal life. If you do well, then you are, I don't know, you may get stuck in the ladder. And there is nothing like men and women and all those are nonsense. So if you are expecting, I would say there are glass ceilings for women, there's nothing like that. If you can work, there are so many colleges. I am a woman, I came first, right? So yeah, there is nothing like that. You are the human being, you are working hard, you are achieving levels. There is no, there is only equality. There is no pseudo feminism.
Thank you for that question. It's a very nice thing. Maybe do you, obviously, since you read, or rather you have a habit of reading different kind of books, maybe fiction as well, do you consider yourself a thinking person? Do you think a lot? Overthinking. Finally, a former guest is all right.
Overthinking, yeah.
I'm liking the amount of connections that we can
Oh, I am on overthinker for life. In the night, I would be up till 2:30 and I would overthink situations.
Sorry, I was not that simple.
Zombie apocalypse. What if it happens? And
You should be prepared for everything.
yeah, so me and my husband, we've actually formulated a whole plan.
Evacuation.
No.
Survival.
Survival plan. See, there's a house, there's a field nearby. Nearby, I can just adjacent. So we're going to grow vegetables in it. What kind of vegetables? Where we're going to go hunting? How will we get the gun? Oh, we have got everything chopped.
But suddenly the CIA satellites are coming towards an
Super. Overthinking is a bad habit, but I really have it. And it's creative now. I'm growing vegetables in the field.
point.
Getting the gun from a certain person and looting things. And we can survive, and we've calculated also, we can survive for these many number of days. After this, if the US people get convene and something happens, they intervene and this and that, then it's going to extend to these many number of weeks and then we are going to die.
Just a suggestion, you can actually pen it down and probably push
Yeah,
it
correct.
towards some direction of maybe
Yeah,
film.
or post it in this thing so that
Just a
everybody-
suggestion.
yeah. Correct.
Obviously, since you are a business person, business people are considered, or rather, it's a norm that they have to plan things. Planning is the most primary steps of management. We have the pots. So, do you consider yourself to be a hardcore planner, or are you malleable in that?
I am a hardcore planner. I got married in April because the work, because the work and all that is really less than. So I am a hardcore planner. I know once the financial year starts, in the beginning it's a little stressful, and towards the end, it's generally all for us for about 1.5 to 2 months. So I plan everything.
Yes, everything.
Everything. Like what time to do this, what time to do that. Yeah.
Yes. let's change the topic for a talk about. Probably let's move on to your future plans. So I mean, obviously, I beg your pardon for having another cliche question. That's there in every interview. What is the future plans? I would say in two respects. Maybe your personal life. How do you want to grow in personal life? That can be one part. Second is obviously your corporate.
See, about corporate only I can tell you because they are like on the verge of closing and in which we are co-producing and co-manufacturing and the grassroots level. Production line, if you are into production, then only you can help.
Right.
Otherwise, opening other verticals and creating high-paying jobs that so many people do. So corporate
And the
life is
continuity.
yeah. And personal life, there's no such plan like that. Just
Perfect. Lots of young students over here, young faces, some maybe a bit more well versed with the topics which we were discussing about today, at least the technical subjects. But if you just have to give maybe 2 or 3 mantras per year, you can call it something other than a mantra if it sounds daunting. Oh, it sounds good. Yes. Nice. It does. So maybe somehow 1 or 2 tips or mantras to probably really elevate your status from what you are right now. It's just moving beyond the status quo, isn't it?
Yeah.
To succeed.
But the mantras, they it's really differ from the person to person. I would
That's
like
a good point.
yeah, but I would like to share what mantra I kind of follow.
Hmm. Sure.
As I told you, many people are going to bring you down.
Hmm.
Knowingly, unknowingly, whatever. I actually heard that, ooh, you are lying, you are not the gold medalist. Who told you you are the gold? If I really heard all those and stepped back, it wouldn't be here. So don't let anybody else tell you what you are, what you are not. You do love you. You go. Search for it, whatever. So that mantra I follow, and doing a job, doing a business and all that, people were asking me that the other day whether I should start a job, whether I should do a job, start a business, this and that. That is also the thing. If you have peace of mind, see, you should not be driven by money. I know it's kind of easier to say than to do it because, especially men over here, they have a lot of responsibilities on their shoulders.
It's a very honest point.
Yeah, but if you run behind money all your life and you will not be happy. I see many friends of mine, they're doing very good jobs and complaining continuously about their bosses or the work-life balance or this and that. So like, why don't you leave? If you have the talent, you're going to get better opportunities, even if it's a little less paying or whatever. You should just go for your happiness because it's really, really important in these times. We have seen the pandemic. We stayed at home. I don't know if people have enjoyed or not enjoyed, whatever. So it's not like if you don't do a job, people are going to call you things. Whatever. There are many things that you can do now, from the home and whatever. Making money should be different. Leading life should be different. And working, like what kind of a work you do, that should be different. If you mix up all three, then I think it will be a good.
Ma'am, are you image conscious sometimes? Maybe probably because
that.
the points. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe the points which you raised over your student life, probably people trying to pull you down. So, are you image conscious?
Yeah, that I think everybody needs to be also not so
Do you
careless.
consider it to be narcissistic or probably having that self-esteem?
No, self-esteem, narcissistic, I won't call myself. Because if I call myself narcissistic, then I'm not. Because the person who is doesn't realize that she is. The self-esteem is very high because see, you have to keep up with the people and everything. I also heard my father used to bring me the papers from college and schools. That is why I have achieved good marks. Yeah, and they have seen it. They have seen my father bringing the question paper and written the paper in my home. So in the universities and that. So the self-esteem you need to keep it. So I used to cry a lot before. I used to tell people, no, this didn't happen. I really studied till 2 o'clock in the night. And I heard the namaz today. I was studying till that. But you can't. You have to keep your self-esteem at the place.
No.
Yeah.
People will always talk in your back. Because you are in your back. You are in the front.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
correct.
That's a wonderful statement. We're almost approaching the end of this session. It's been wonderful, by the way. We are delighted to have such nice participation for this event. We could expect it to only swell because we have even more plans in the future. Ma'am, maybe some concluding thoughts from you. How did you feel about this experience today?
Great. It is very overwhelming for me. You were doing all these things for the setup and all that. I used to do that. Sit
Life
yeah, like hopefully not.
No. True.
Yeah. So wait for the lecturers just to come, taking notes. All that is coming into play. We should enjoy. Second years have, I think, very few days left, and every PBA piece of it have still something. Yeah. Just enjoy because this is not going to come back. You go for a job, you go for business, or just not do anything. Sit at home, work from home. look up to the share market. It goes down, buy. It goes up, just sell. Whatever you do, these days are not going to come back. As I told you, the fashion shows and everything, I still brag about it. See, these are my pictures. I dressed up like this. Because these are the only stories that we will be able to share, few years later.
And this is the login. There are 4 days you have to start off that again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Login is coming around very soon, so we look forward for a lot of participation. Absolutely. So you cannot forget to.
No!
So can we just have maybe 1 or 2 login?
Oh,
Just in case.
login experiences.
Probably there will be an entire interview again.
See, surely. See, all those I used to do and the politics behind and getting this thing and having it done and see, I came here in my masters, right?
Right.
So there are people who are doing their bachelor's and masters. So there are experienced students. I have to shout at all of them. All those guys. I don't know the reason. So there are sometimes in Instagram there one person is from the other department. So he's like, congratulations and everything. I put this on the yeah. Oh, you used to shout at me during the college fests. I was like, okay, that's how you know me. Yeah, so but all these experiences.
This is one of the memories of this.
Yeah, these are the only memories because in my other college I used to shout at people during fests. But you should enjoy. Just don't study and enjoy.
It's probably the holistic experiences, not just for the word.
Yeah, and NSHM actually provides you with that. Just coming to the school and just studying and sitting for the interview, yes, I'm a risk taker, crisis notes. And, hoping that you get a job, that should be good for anyone.
Absolutely. It's been fantastic talking to you, man, here today. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the 28th edition of Clc Conversations. We'll be back next time with a brand new set of ideas, brand new set of experiences, and a new guest. The host, you mean to say. Thank you.